Hey everyone, it's the Slick Cuber. Today, I'm going to give you my impressions on the X-Man Shadow 6x6. So this video is going to be a lot shorter than my other reviews, and it's really not even going to be a review. It's more of like an impressions video, and that's because I don't have any other 6x6s. This is actually the first 6x6 I've ever owned, or even touched for that matter. I've never touched a 6x6 before this came in the mail. Because of that, I don't really have anything to compare this to, so I don't feel like I can give this a good, honest review. However, I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you guys what I think about it as a first-time 6x6 solver. This cube is 65 millimeters on all the sides, and it weighs 190 grams. It's really not that heavy for how big it looks. It's actually pretty lightweight. Right out of the box, this was actually set up very extraordinarily for a big cube. Most of the times when I get big cubes out of the boxes, they're very dry, they're way too tight or way too loose. But this one right out of the box was at perfect tensions for me. Everything is completely perfect. You can see as I do a standard flick how perfectly this thing just goes right into place where I need it to. And it does this on all layers. Like if I do a double turn like this, it's pretty perfect, maybe a little bit off there. And if I do even just a triple, it's really close to being just perfect. And I have not changed the tensions on this thing at all. It was kind of dry out of the box, but there was some factory lube there and it wasn't that bad of quality. I did put some Traxxas 10K in between the centers and the edges and basically everywhere in this cube. In the long run, that helped a lot, but when I first did it, I was actually getting a lot of popping problems with the centers. I think that's because there was so much 10K in between the pieces that they were sliding all around each other. But I've done a few solves on this now and everything's kind of evened out and I'm not getting that problem anymore. As for the colors and like the feel of this cube, it feels a lot and looks a lot like a Volk Power M. So here is my stickerless Volk Power M, and you can see that the shades are basically exactly the same. So if you like the shades on the Volk Power M, you're gonna like these shades because there is no difference. The plastic also has a very similar feeling. It's very grippable, it doesn't slip out of your hands at all, it feels very high quality. Also, I should specify, this is the magnetized version. You can buy this cube without magnets, but if you have the money, I would say definitely go for the magnetized version. It's a lot more stable, and that's important when it comes to big cubes. Now, I can't compare this to any other 6x6s because this is the only 6x6 I own. However, I can compare this with other big cubes. Here's my Cubicle Labs Wushuang M. You can see I have full bright stickers, except for I replaced yellow with black. The logo fell off. I got this from Cubicle Labs. They magnetized it. And it feels very similar to this in that it's very smooth, very controllable. And that's saying something for this because this was professionally set up and lubed and tensioned and all of that. Whereas this, right out of the box, the only thing I did was add a little bit of 10K. And it feels very similar to the Wushuang. And that is very impressive. Here I have my Aosu GTS 4x4. And this feels a little bit different. The Aosu line feels kind of bubbly in that the cubes feel a little bit rounder and there's just a little bit more kind of texture to the turns. And I know that's true for this because obviously I have it. And from reviews I've seen of people who got the Aosuang GTS 5x5 early, they said it's the same thing for that, where it has a kind of bubbly, rounded feeling. So these two aren't exactly very similar. This one's a lot bubblier and the magnets aren't as strong, especially on the sides. The Aosu on the sides kind of feels like the magnets aren't even really there. It's very smooth, whereas this, you can definitely feel the click of the magnets when it gets to the edge. Finally, here we have my Cubicle Labs Wushua 4x4. The logo has not fallen off of this one yet. You can see the shades are the same where it's full bright and then I have black instead of yellow. The Wushua feels a lot more like the Shadow M than the Aosu does. The magnets feel a lot closer in strength to that of the Shadow, and the layer turns are just as smooth as the Shadow. So if you have a Cubicle Labs Wushua, which I know a lot of people do, you're gonna like this one a lot. Overall, I'm really liking this cube a lot. I've only done like 15 solves on it so far, but I mean, the solves take me like 10 minutes to do right now, so I've spent a good amount of time on this thing. I love it. This is definitely the best feeling big cube that I've ever gotten out of the box. I don't own a lot of cubes bigger than 3x3, but of all the 4x4 and 5x5s I've opened or tried, this is definitely the best feeling out of the box. It's really smooth, it's really well tensioned, nothing's wrong with it. You can basically pick it up and just start solving right away. As someone who's just starting 6x6, I can't imagine that there's a better 6x6 on the market right now, just because I have absolutely no issues with this cube at all. It's just really smooth, the magnet strength is perfect, and it's overall just an amazing cube. Thank you guys for watching this little review. What do you guys think of the Shadow M? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.